Today, we're diving into a blueprint for building a kind of profound self-respect. And look, this isn't just about feeling confident. It's about becoming strategically, fundamentally untouchable. At the heart of all this, there's a battle going on inside of us. It's between two different versions of who we can be. On one side, you've got the apologist. This is the part of you that explains everything, that craves approval, and honestly, gets manipulated pretty easily. But then, there's the strategist. Silent, self-controlled, and powerful because no one can ever guess their next move. One begs for respect, the other commands it without even trying. So, here's the first real question, and it's just for you. Take an honest look at how you operate day to day. Which one of those two is running the show? Are you playing the part of the apologist, or are you the strategist? Seriously, being real with yourself right now is the only way to start. To make that shift from one to the other, we have to embrace a different kind of mindset. We're going to talk about being ruthless, but it's so important you understand what we actually mean by that. It's probably not what you're thinking. Okay, let's be absolutely clear. When I say ruthlessness, this has zero to do with being cruel to other people. In this context, it means radical self-correction. It's the discipline to look at your own weaknesses and fix them. Period. And it means strategic detachment, the ability to pull back from your emotions and see the chessboard for what it is. This is all an internal game, not an external attack. So what's the whole point? It's simple, really. The goal is to stop outsourcing your peace of mind, to stop looking to other people for validation, for permission, for approval. The entire objective is to learn how to generate your own power, your own stability, right from within. All right, so enough theory. How do we actually do this? Let's get into the practical, actionable stuff. We're going to start with the first 4 fundamental shifts. These first 4, they are the foundation. First, stop giving to the ungrateful. Second, learn how to turn pain into your power source. Third, kill that deep-seated need to be understood. And number 4, detach, don't beg. Let's break down what these really mean in practice. Let's dig into the psychology here. When you give away your time, your energy, your care for free, what happens? It gets devalued. People just expect it. This shift is about starting to treat your care like a privilege, not something everyone has a right to. And if you're not getting respect back, you strategically withdraw. This isn't about punishing them, it's about rebalancing the scales of value. And this brings us right to shift number 2, turning pain into power. Man, this quote from Machiavelli just nails it. Every setback, every crisis, it's not just something you have to survive. It's information, it's currency, it's fuel. Pain shows you exactly where you're weak, where your strategy broke down. You don't just get over it, you use it. You sharpen your next move with it. Now, shift 3 is a tough pill for a lot of us to swallow. Killing the need to be understood. See, when you're constantly explaining your decisions, your feelings, your actions, it's a huge tell. It screams that you need other people to sign off on your choices to feel okay about them. You're basically handing them a roadmap to your own emotional triggers. Real power is acting on what you know is right and letting go of the need for applause. And that flows perfectly into shift number 4. When someone disrespects you, chasing them, begging them for an explanation or closure, that just broadcasts your weakness. The most powerful move you can make is strategic indifference. Just walking away without a big dramatic exit is a powerful declaration of your own self-worth. It says, my peace is more valuable than your opinion of me. Okay, deep breath. We're halfway there. So far, you've started reclaiming your energy, you've reframed your pain, and you've learned the immense power of detachment. Now, let's get into the final 4 shifts that will lock in this untouchable mindset for good. These final 4, this is where we really level up. We're going to cover why your boundaries are your armor, how to master the high art of silence, the critical strategy behind never showing all your cards or your full loyalty, and finally, how it all comes together to make you truly untouchable. Shift 5 is all about boundaries, and this quote, it is brutally to the point. Not having boundaries isn't being nice, it's a form of self-betrayal. It's basically putting up a sign that says open for exploitation. Your boundaries, clear and enforced, they are your armor. They are a non-negotiable statement that you and you alone set the terms for how you're treated. Okay, shift 6. Just think for a second about the world we live in. It's just Constant noise, nonstop opinions, social media chatter, 24-hour news. Everyone is desperate to fill every second with sound. In a world totally addicted to noise, silence becomes a tool of pure dominance. When everyone else is scrambling to talk and you refuse to fill that void, you create tension. You become a blank canvas. The less you say, the more others project their own fears and insecurities onto you. And that gives you this incredible, invisible control over the situation. Now, Shift 7 might sound a little harsh, but trust me, it's pure strategy. Blind loyalty to anything or anyone makes you predictable. And in any strategic game, predictability is a weakness. It makes you a target. This is not about being untrustworthy. It's about making sure your number one ultimate allegiance is to your own mission, your own purpose. People change, circumstances change, but your purpose is your North Star. Your loyalty has to be strategic, not blind. So, you go through all 8 of these shifts. You do the internal work. Where do you land? You arrive at the final state. The ultimate goal of all of this, becoming untouchable. So, what is the untouchable state? It's a state of complete personal sovereignty. It's that point where you've totally shed the need for anyone else's approval. Your actions are no longer just emotional reactions to things. They become deliberate, strategic choices. You become a psychological puzzle that people are hesitant to even try and solve because they have no idea how you'll respond. So what does this person look like in the real world? The untouchable person moves without apology. They command respect without having to announce they deserve it. And they rise without waiting for someone to give them permission. Their power is generated from the inside, so it doesn't need any outside validation. So at the end of the day, we're all left with a choice. The blueprint is right here in front of you. You have the 8 shifts to go from being the apologist to being the strategist. The only question left is the important one. Are you ready to rule your own life?